What's up, everybody? It's your boy Phil. Welcome to my channel, Happily Married. It's the top of the morning for me, so excuse me if my voice sounds like I got that frog still in my throat. But check this out, right? It was on my mind as soon as I got up because I know a lot of women want to be married, and they don't know how to go about getting married or whatever. But I just want to say it like this, right? Men, we already know if you wife material. We already know if we're gonna marry you. You know what I'm saying? Just like most women know that this guy gonna get it. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all know that from on sight if he can get it or not, or if he gonna get it or not, right? It's the same thing with men, but it don't take us that long to realize that you are the one. That's real. You know what I'm saying? And but it's still on the man to make that move to ask you to marry them, right? So, because at the end of the day, the end goal is to be married, right? I mean, what's the purpose of a relationship? You know what I'm saying? And sometimes it may take guys a longer period of time to ask you the question because they just want to make sure that everything is right. I give you an example in my situation. And looking back on my relationship, it was a couple of questions that my wife asked me early on in the game, and I never forget them, right? Because I thought it was kind of different. No other female has ever asked me these two questions. Question number one, and this was like even before we was just kicking it at this time. You know what I'm saying? We didn't have no titles on it or nothing like that at this time. We was just really getting to know each other and stuff like that. So she asked me, the first question was I her type? And it kind of caught me off guard because I never had a female ask me, is she my type before? And of course I was like, hell yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because remember I had a written priority list that when I first met her, you know what I'm saying, she fulfilled all my priorities. And she even added to my priority list. So it was like I had to continue to like really get to know this woman and get to spend more time with her, right? And the second question that she asked me, that no one has ever asked me before either, was, "Am I the marrying type?" It was just a general conversation. It wasn't like she was drilling these questions. We was just having random conversation. I think at the time we was talking about relationships, and she said, "Let me ask you a question. Are you the marrying type?" And I was like, "Yeah," cause I am, and I was. You know what I'm saying? And so I feel like she asked me that question, both questions, because she just wanted a direct answer. And what gave me the comfort and the ease to answer that question was the fact that she was a straight shooter from the gate. You know what I'm saying? Not like a harsh type person. Not like she had an attitude with it. It was just she was a straight up person. You know what I'm saying? And early on in our relationship, I already knew that I was like, yo, I'm not letting this one go. Not gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? And I wanted to be with this woman so much that I already knew that I wasn't gonna let nothing mess it up. It wasn't if anything went wrong, it wasn't gonna be because of me. But I knew that early on. I want to say it was less than a year that I knew this already. But in my particular situation, what I did was I waited 5 years before I asked her to marry me. And a lot of people, a lot of women, or a lot of men would be like, "Dang, that's crazy. That's a long time." But the thing about it is, we had a conversation about it because she knew about my previous relationship, right? And I told her that, you know, it didn't go well, and I went because things was going pretty fast for me. You know what I'm saying? Because most of the time, what you should do after a breakup is take a break, and I'm gonna do a video on that later, right? But things were happening fast for me because, like I said, I wrote my priorities down, and uh, I got sent my wife real early in the game. You know what I'm saying? So um, the point I'm trying to make is this: sometimes it takes guys a while because you don't know the situation that they was in prior to getting with you. So for me, what I wanted to do was I wanted to give myself some time to really see if this was really who she really was. Even though who I knew at this point, up until this point, and it was a short period of time, that was the person that I wanted to marry, right? But I wanted to make sure that this was the still the person. You know what I'm saying? And what I mean by that is this: people can change over time. People can put up a front for a good while, a few years maybe. You know what I'm saying? But to me, I felt like 5 years, and I don't know why I picked 5 years. I just said 5 years. I just felt like if I give you a lot of time, you know what I'm saying? If I basically remove time from this situation, there's no way you can really hide the true you for that long period of time. Right now, I know a lot of women thinking like, man, that's crazy. 5 years, she waited around 5 years, but she already had her questions answered in the fact that she knew that I was the marrying type out the gate. So let's say I would have said, nah, I'm not the marrying type. I felt like it was real on both of us. She asked me a real question and I gave her a real answer. And I gave her the position to be in to make her own decision whether she still wanted to kick it with me or not if I told her no. And then that would have let her know, okay, well, I know this ain't gonna be long term. So if it's just a smash thing, I'm gonna smash and go. And she wouldn't have been mad if the relationship wouldn't have went nowhere. So most of the time you in relationships with somebody and it's going nowhere because he ain't the marrying type or you're not the marrying type. So what is the point? What's the point? The point of courting and being in a relationship is to get married. That's the end goal. Why would you be with somebody acting like you married, living with somebody like you married, doing the things that married couples do, and the end goal ain't married? Y'all just kicking it. For me, if I was in a situation like that at this point in my life, no, I'm not gonna play no games. It ain't gonna be me. We're not gonna be acting like we on the road to getting married, and I don't have no intentions or plans on marrying you. Not at all. What it's gonna be, it's gonna be a smash and go. And it's gonna be, I'm gonna act like that, and that's just what it's gonna be. You're gonna know straight up. You're like, nah, this ain't going nowhere. It's just what it is right here, right now. And that's it. We're not gonna be kicking it like we know no couple. We're not gonna be doing the married thing. And nah, we're not doing that. But back to my point. Men know from the beginning. But you can't rush a man. That whole time, even though I told my wife, yo, I told myself I want to wait 5 years. And she respected it. She stayed there. And because the relationship was good the whole time. You know what I'm saying? So it was no problem. But she knew I was the marrying type. And she didn't push me. She didn't rush me. A lot of times guys get turned off when they get deadlines. You know what I'm saying? And don't get me wrong, women, you got to do what you got to do for you. If you're in a relationship that's going beyond the time that you feel like he should have did something by now, hey, you got to do what you got to do for you. But I'm letting y'all know this right now. When you start rushing a guy, especially in the short-term relationships where you only been together 1-2 years and you feel like, yo, he should have did this and he should have did that, you know, you might be throwing away a good relationship. So you want to use caution when you trying to rush a situation. And you shouldn't even want to rush it. You should want the dude to want to marry you. You should want the guy to want to propose to you or do whatever, you know, marry you, basically, you know. But that was just that, yo. I just feel like those two questions that my wife asked me was very powerful. And it also was good that she asked me that early on because it put her in a position where she could make a decision to keep dealing with me or to not deal with me. Because for one, she knew she was my type. And I'm not just talking about the superficial stuff about looks and body and all that. When she meant her type, she meant overall character. Was she the type of woman that I would basically take as a wife? And then the other question was, am I the marrying type? You know what I'm saying? So if I wasn't, I feel that she would have carried the situation differently, but because she had the information up front. You know what I mean? And a lot of times, don't get me wrong, guys will tell you what you want to hear just so they can smash. I do know that exists. But like I said, you do got to know the character of the person that you're dealing with to really understand that what they saying is genuine to you. You know what I mean? So women, use caution when you rush your man talking about, you know, it's only been 3 years. Where that's why I told you in the previous video, you got to investigate their past. Understand who this person was before you, his family, his previous relationships, because this will let you know who you're dealing with right now. If somebody had a terrible relationship, they're not going to be rushing to get back into a relationship with somebody, or they shouldn't be, because a lot of times when you do that, it don't go good because you didn't give yourself time to heal from the previous relationship. So yeah, it might take him longer than what you expect, or longer than what the normal I don't even know what that is. I don't even know what the normal time frame it is for somebody to propose. But men know already, even if they was in a bad relationship prior to you. So you come and rushing him, that's gonna be an immediate turn off, because it's like, yo, why you pressing me like this? My wife never did that, yo. Never said, yo, when you gonna marry me? Blah, 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 blah. I told her 5 years. I could have did it prior to that. It would have been good. I probably could have took longer than 5 years, even though I didn't want to, but I made myself do that because I wanted to see, is this gonna be the woman? Is she gonna be the same woman 5 years from now? Because when I get into this, I don't plan to get out of it. You feel what I'm saying? That could be another reason why they taking long too. They like, I done seen some things in you that it's turning me off. It's making me say that I don't know if I want to do it, but that right there, I don't know if I can deal with that for the rest of my life. You know what I'm saying? And man, if you in that situation, yo, let me tell you something. Because I've been there before where, you in a situation, you want to be with this person, you want to marry this person, you want to stay with this person, and then you start to see a bunch of stuff that you just say, yo, I can't deal with that for the rest of my life. Go and get up out of there, bro. Especially if you with this person for a while and you see a consistent pattern in that same behavior, bro, get up out of there. It ain't worth it. You know what I'm saying? Because what you really doing is you're wasting your time, you're wasting her time. You know what I'm saying? And ladies, if you're in a situation where you in your mind and his mind, if you know what I'm saying, you got the assumption that y'all got a great relationship and he taking a long time, and you might want to ask him, yo, are you the marrying type? Because he might not be. And if he is, he gonna let you know, yeah, I am. If he tell you the truth and like, yo, I'm the marrying type, give that man some time. It'll come. You got to be patient sometimes. You can't always rush everything. Another thing I learned from my wife, yo, and this gonna be a whole nother video, is she taught me to remove the concept of time. You know what I mean? And I'm just gonna leave you with that thought. You know what I mean? Because let me tell you like this: when you remove the concept of time, you open yourself up to allowing for changes, allowing for mistakes that happen in life. This is for any goal that you're trying to reach. If you remove the concept of time, you will actually put yourself in a better position because you give yourself unlimited time to accomplish the goal. You know what I'm saying? The goal is still the goal. It doesn't matter when you reach your goal, as long as you get there. You know what I'm saying? So this is the top of the morning. I just wanted to hit y'all with that one before I get out of here and go to work. Hopefully it was helpful. If not, it wasn't meant for you. You know what I'm saying? Well, yo, like, comment, subscribe, and share this video if you got the time. You know what I mean? I'll holler at y'all later.